Arjun struggled with procrastination, failing to act on his dreams and aspirations, despite encouragement from family and friends. One fateful afternoon, a mysterious traveler named Mr. George arrived in town. He was rumored to have traveled the world, gathering wisdom and solving problems for those in need. Intrigued by the stories of Mr. George, Arjun felt hopeful. Maybe this was the chance he needed to change his ways. Gathering his courage, Arjun approached Mr. George, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. "Sir, I want to make something of my life, but I don't know how. I keep wasting time." Mr. George studied him carefully, his eyes reflecting both kindness and depth. "Let me show you something," he said, pulling out a beautifully crafted hourglass. "This hourglass is special. Each grain of sand represents a moment you could have used wisely. Every time you procrastinate, a grain falls away, and you can never get it back." Arjun stared at the hourglass, the weight of its meaning pressing down on him. "How can I change? How can I stop wasting time?" he asked urgently. "First," Mr. George replied, "you must set clear goals for yourself. Think about what you want to achieve. Then break those goals into smaller tasks. Prioritize them, and manage your time effectively. But be warned, the path to change is not easy." Inspired, Arjun returned home that evening and wrote down his dreams: to learn to play the flute, help his father with the farm, and become a skilled carpenter. He divided these dreams into daily tasks and created a simple schedule for himself. At first, it was a struggle. Arjun found it hard to resist the temptations of idleness. He often caught himself daydreaming, but every time he glanced at the hourglass, the falling grains reminded him that time was slipping away. As he practiced the flute one evening, a strange sound echoed through the air, a haunting melody that seemed to pull him in. Curious, he followed the sound through winding streets until he reached an old, abandoned house. The door creaked open, revealing a dusty room filled with broken instruments and forgotten memories. Inside, he found an old man desperately trying to play a flute. The man looked up, eyes filled with sorrow. "I used to be a great musician," he said, "but I wasted my time and lost my passion. Now, I can't even play a note." Arjun felt a chill run down his spine. Is this what happens when you waste time? He wondered. The encounter shook him to his core. He realized that if he didn't change, he could end up like the old man, full of regrets and lost opportunities, determined to make a difference. Arjun returned home with a resolve stronger than ever. He practiced the flute every morning, dedicating an hour to it. He helped his father on the farm, learning about the crops and how to care for them. In the evenings, he took on small carpentry projects, turning old wood into beautiful furniture. As weeks turned into months, Arjun experienced a remarkable transformation. He discovered a hidden talent for music, and soon, the townspeople gathered to listen to him play. His flute melodies filled the air with joy, and people began to appreciate his newfound skills. But more importantly, Arjun learned the value of relationships. He spent quality time with his family, sharing laughter and stories. He helped his friends with their projects, creating bonds that deepened over shared experiences. The more he embraced these connections, the happier he became. However, just as he was beginning to thrive, a severe storm hit the town. The winds howled, and the rain poured down, causing damage to homes and farms. Arjun's family struggled to keep their farm afloat, and he felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. In the midst of the chaos, Arjun realized that he had to step up. He rallied his friends and neighbors, organizing efforts to repair the damage. Together, they worked tirelessly, day and night, to rebuild what had been lost. During this challenging time, Arjun's leadership shone through, and the community came together like never before. Years passed, and Arjun grew into a respected member of the town. He became known not just for his music and carpentry but also for his kindness and wisdom. As he aged, he often reflected on the lessons he had learned about time and the importance of community. One sunny afternoon, Arjun decided to share his journey with the younger generation. He gathered the town's children and told them his story. "I once wasted so much time, but I learned that every moment counts. Set your goals, break them down, and nurture your relationships. Time is a treasure, don't let it slip away." The children listened intently, captivated by Arjun's transformation. They promised to value their time and work toward their dreams. As Arjun grew older, he was honored for his achievements. The town thrived, filled with creativity and ambition, all thanks to the wisdom of Mr. George and the journey of one young man who learned to value time. In the end, Arjun's story became a legacy, reminding everyone to cherish every moment. And so, the wisdom of the hourglass continued to inspire generations, guiding them to live meaningful, fulfilling lives.